Hi, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this DVD and presentation of Horizons, Our Home, Our Call. 10 years ago, we started raising money to purchase these facilities that we all know as Stairway Church. It was quite remarkable. In 1992, I made a really dumb statement to our church and said that as long as I was the leader of the church, we'd never raise money for land and buildings. The reason I made the statement was because I felt like I would fail at doing it and I would damage the church. And many of us have come from different backgrounds. Some of us have no church background. Others of us, we've been in churches where building programs, facility development has caused some multiple problems. We've discovered that we've had 10 years of great blessing and great favour on our endeavour to have a home for Stairway Church. And for those of you who are new to our church, you are participating in something that many of us have been involved in for the last 10 years. And we'd like to invite you to join us. Join us in establishing a legacy. Join us in establishing a facility that is changing the lives of so many people and influencing the life of so many churches. The facilities that you see today and that you're engaging with are so different to where we started 10 years ago. This was just a great big open shell. Just had a concrete floor and some roofing, and we built everything inside of it. And the congregation to date have been incredibly generous, and Lynn and I are just so very proud of what we as a congregation have achieved together. One of the catch cries that we've all got used to as we've gone on this journey together is that buildings don't change lives, but what goes on inside of them does. That will have been your experience. You will have come into this building and your life will have been changed. Without these facilities, we would not be impacting the number of people that we are today. We wouldn't be influencing the number of churches that we are today. The sense of the presence of God, the capacity to be able to do what we want to do without asking our landlord for permission. All of these things contribute to the fact that people's lives have been radically transformed through encounters with the Spirit, through fellowship and community, and through having an opportunity to just engage in spaces that are friendly and open and help us to discover the joy of life together. And so we do this because we are trying to help people like yourself, your friends, your family members, thousands of people that we've never met who'll come here in the future to have encounters with God. We've discovered the truth of our saying that buildings don't change lives, but what goes on inside of them does. As I talk to you today about being involved, the core issue for us is that it's all about equal sacrifice, not equal giving. We recognise that some people have more money than others. We recognise that some families have more disposable income than others. We recognise that single people who are at university don't have as much income as a single person who's working in a highly paid job. And so what we're asking you to do is to be prayerful. We're simply asking you as a disciple of Jesus, would you consider asking the Lord, how does He want you to be involved in the development of these facilities and in bringing the debt down so that we can leave a legacy for our children's children? It really is about your relationship with the Lord and about radical obedience to what He is calling you to do and asking you to be a part of. And so we don't ask you to do any more other than over this period of time, be prayerful, listen to what the Lord's saying, and make a commitment that is possibly out of reach, but it's definitely not out of sight. Please don't feel like you have to do anything in particular, and certainly don't overcommit yourself. But it will require a step of faith. It will require you to step into a zone that maybe you haven't stepped into before. So make commitments that are out of reach, but please don't make commitments that are out of sight.